How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. Ethereum is about to nuke the competitors. Vitalik Buterin is talking about a new proposal that would help them beat out a lot of the competitors that are growing very quickly at this point. I want to talk about that. I also want to talk about why the market dipped a little bit here today because don't get me wrong, we're up a good amount now, but we did fall down from about $59,000, $47.50 here on Ethereum, and we took a pretty dramatic drop there. We also have some news from some other smaller cryptos that I want to cover here today. So if you guys don't mind hitting the like button, I appreciate that. Also, hit subscribe. We're over 200,000 subscribers. Join the family. Also, if you guys haven't already gotten this, go underneath the video to Unstoppable Domains. They have their Cyber Monday deal. I'll put it as the top link underneath the video. You can buy one and get one free of these Unstoppable Domains. I actually have 2 domains myself. They start at $5. Honestly, this will save you a lot of time and headache, and you can even make money from these. So check them out underneath the video. And we have something else to talk about that can make you some money a little bit later. There's also a link down there to BlockFi in case you want an interest rate on your crypto. So Powell says Fed will discuss speeding up bond buying taper at December meeting. So he said that they plan on discussing accelerating the timetable for tapering of the monthly bond purchases. He announced this today, and the crypto markets and the stock markets dipped on this news pretty heavily. The indexes fell about 1 to 1.5% on this news. A lot of the top growth stocks fell 5-10%, and a lot of cryptos fell too. Now, I think this is actually probably not a terrible thing. I mean, we already knew that the timetable is going to be changed for tapering bonds here and that they were going to start tapering here soon. But I think that it shows that inflation is very heavy and we're going to get the inflation numbers in about 10 days. Inflation really is here to stay, and Powell said it's probably a good time to retire the word transitory to describe inflation because it's here. Right, we saw 6.2% inflation over the last year, and that means it's a great time to buy Bitcoin and other cryptos that are inflation hedges. Looking at the whole crypto market, Bitcoin did fall on this, but we have other cryptos that are doing really well, like Polkadot, like Matic. We have a couple other ones like Phantasma. They're up 20%. So I talked about Phantasma. I've talked about it many times. We have nearly a triple on our money. So Phantasma is doing extremely well. Donkey's actually up a good amount over the last about 36 hours too, up about double. So these small cap cryptos, I think, have a lot of potential. One of the cryptos that's not so much of a small cap but is doing really well is Solana. So Grayscale launches new trust dedicated to Solana. It's available to eligible individual and institutional investors. They hold a majority of the Bitcoin. They hold like 600,000 Bitcoin, and they are trying to convert that over to a spot ETF, but they are buying Solana right now. So they want their 16th vehicle to be Solana. They think that it is a great asset to invest in. Obviously, they wouldn't be doing this otherwise, and obviously there's demand for it. So when they buy, they hold. So I think that this is great for Solana and shows that Solana is really a competitor out there. Now, Avalanche has also been doing well, but looks like Solana is what they're going with. Also, trillion-dollar investment firm Invesco launches European spot Bitcoin ETP. So this is an exchange-traded product. This is kind of like what I was just saying that Grayscale wants to do, but they're doing this over in Europe. So CoinShares and Invesco are partnering on this. Just great because more Bitcoin will be locked up. Now, one other thing that I want to talk to you about, I'm not affiliated with this at all, but my friend Connor Kenny, who's also a YouTuber, is working on this, the Greedy Gramps NFT drop. So I just wanted to throw this in there because I think that it is pretty cool what they're trying to do. Look at that artwork. It is pretty sweet. They made the website different. So they're not just another copy and paste NFT set, but they are dropping here soon. Be on the lookout for it. I'll put a link to their Discord underneath the video. Again, I have no affiliation with them. I'm not being paid to talk about this or anything like that. But some of the benefits are you will be in some of the hottest crypto projects at an early seed and angel investment stage, and they have great artwork. They're thinking outside the box, as you can tell from their website. That kind of looks like Discord. Like, I did not post these comments. This is just their website. So definitely check them out underneath the video. Check out their Discord if you're interested. Now, why is Vitalik changing the game? Why is he nuking the competition? Well, first of all, they implemented EIP 1559, and now they're talking about implementing a new EIP that will help out the community. So right now, they have nearly $5 billion worth of ETH burned. I don't know if this passed $5 billion earlier today when ETH was a little bit higher, but it's super close. So $5 billion worth of ETH burned, about 1.06 million ETH. And that was a huge update. Since they've implemented this update, Ethereum's basically doubled. And now they're talking about implementing a new update to curb some of the issues. So right now, gas fees are very high. So they're talking about implementing EIP 4488. This will help lower gas fees for Ethereum Layer 2 scaling solutions. This proposal is intended to serve as an immediate solution to high gas costs while giving them time to work on Ethereum 2.0. Even Layer 2s with optimistic rollups or ZK rollups are the only reliable scaling solution for Ethereum. Their gas fees are too expensive for some. For example, Optimism and Arbitrum usually offer 3 to 8x lower fees, and ZK rollups can offer up to 100x lower fees than users on the Ethereum base tier, but the fees are still high. So they're going to help decrease the fees. Now, how this breaks down, I'll be honest, it's a little bit over my head, but you can see the average transaction is something like $30 to $60 on Ethereum. And honestly, sometimes it's $100 or $200 or $300 fees. I've seen some as much as thousands. So what they're looking at is something about 1 MB block size limit, which would decrease the cost by about 5x. So this would be great for everyone trying to use Ethereum, and as it becomes more and more congested, it's only going to help them more and more. I've talked about Polygon Matic so many times on the channel before, and they greatly reduce the cost. And as more games come on, as more people come into the ecosystem, it's only going to be more and more important to have these lower fees. So I think this is going to be great if they actually roll this out for Ethereum, at least as a short-term band-aid. What you have to be careful of is you don't want them to try to decrease the price too much so that it actually strains and creates risk, security risk on the networks. So you have to be careful. When you decrease the cost, you also decrease the security. So it's always a balancing act. And I think they're being very careful with this now. Of course, this could send them, if this went poorly and there were security risks and people hacked it or something like that, this could send the price down pretty drastically. And then some other cryptos like Solana might be able to take advantage of that, or even Avalanche, Cardano, things like that might be able to pop up. Now, I will say it is a good time to hold Ethereum right now. It's also a good time to hold Voyager token. So Voyager has been pushing up too recently. One of the biggest YouTubers talked about it recently. I've been talking about it for months, but it's up to $4.56. So I cannot complain with that as I hold a good amount of Voyager. Also, Phantasma is looking really strong. Like I said, 3xing. If you guys want to know when I buy cryptos like this, you can check out the link underneath the video to Patreon, or you can check out the video yesterday that I made. This is not in real time, but these are 10 different cryptos that I think make a lot of sense to buy over the next month. So check out this video on the end screen. I think it's definitely worth spending the time on it. Thank you guys so much. Let me know what you think about this new EIP update underneath the video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.